All right, I just want to start off by talking about the Hillary for House Party events. You're here in the capital city today for this event, and you've been going to multiple of these events. Talk to me about the importance of these grassroots type events.
Yeah, well, thank you, Brittany. Yeah, it was great to be here with a bunch of women here in Tallahassee, all women and a few men, all eager and ready to work hard to help make Hillary our next president. And it's been fun meeting people, hearing about their issues, hearing their suggestions, taking feedback back to the campaign, but also just helping remind everybody of the importance of participating.
As a woman in politics yourself, I would love to give your take on the whole campaign race so far. I think a lot of voters may think that it's been more focused on other topics besides the issues. What's your take on that?
Yeah, I think there has been some of that. And you know, we have so many important issues that there are stark differences on. And so I try hard to stay away from the things that aren't the issues voters care about. And the truth is, I mean, I've got a great candidate I'm supporting that has great policies for how to make the economy work for everybody, not just those at the top, who's promoting an increase in the minimum wage. You know, 60-some% of minimum wage workers are women, often supporting children. Hillary is supporting family leave policies, sick leave policies. I was a legal aid lawyer, and I saw what happened to families when, you know, if you're living on a paycheck to paycheck basis to start with and you miss a day's work because your child has the flu, you can end up not paying the rent and getting evicted and losing the job. It can just spiral out of control. And Hillary has real policies to help address these things. That's what I'm enjoying talking about.
Now, you did mention a lot of women at the event here today. Is that something you've kind of seen a lot of female support?
Well, you know, we've been doing these women's house parties particularly, but we've got lots of support from men and women. You've probably heard me say to the group here today how much my husband is excited about being a strong man supporting a strong woman, and I speak to a lot of volunteer groups that include a lot of strong men who likewise are excited about supporting Hillary.
Now, I know education, top priority for you. What are the other initiatives and issues that you're passionate about?
Well, you know, it really goes hand in hand with education, that anything that helps beat poverty, helps make families from every circumstance, from every zip code, have a successful pathway to the future. I also feel very passionately about how do we bring people together, that this Stronger Together theme really isn't just a campaign slogan, it's a philosophy of life. And we in Virginia have experienced times when we were more divided, and when we are appreciating our diversity and bringing people from all kinds of backgrounds and geographies and circumstances together. And I believe in that to my core, and I'm proud to have a candidate who thinks that way.
What do you think is something that, besides Tim Kaine in politics, what's something that people don't know about him?
Oh, I could give you lots, but here's what I don't think I've told anybody else before. Tim has a lot of funny little talents that all stem from the fact that he's got a really almost photographic memory. But one of them is he can say words backwards. He can do a whole long sentence.
What?
Backwards, backwards, backwards,
What's that
backwards.
Called?
I don't even know. There must be a name for
it.
It's just a party trick. He's not a one-trick pony, because he's got a lot of silly little things like that. But there's one I've never told anybody before.
Well, I feel honored.
There you go.
And I'm not surprised with his Spanish speech today.
Yeah,
he's a master of words.
And he's always been a good wordsmith, but he also has one of his more infuriating qualities as a wife is that he does remember everything he ever once knew. And so you can't ever, you're almost never right correcting him. You can't, if I say the house is to the right and he says it's to the left, it's always to the left. Oh, well.
Now, you talked about he did support you, or does support you, your entire marriage and your life together. What do you think his experience in politics thus far will help him as a vice presidential nominee?
You know, I think he has had experiences both obviously supporting me, but also in his professional career. He was a lieutenant governor, supported Mark Warner as our great governor of Virginia before Tim went on to become governor. When he was the chair of the DNC, he was in a supportive role to President Obama. So having served in supportive roles well, I think he brings that to the ticket. He's also been somebody that's always had to reach across and has reached across and worked with people from different parties and backgrounds. And that's a talent that will serve him well in this role.
One last question for you. Election right around the corner. What do you want voters to know?
Well, right now I want to make sure everybody knows that the voter registration deadline is this Tuesday, October 18th. It's so important for people to participate. That's what makes democracy work. So if you have not already registered to vote, or if you're not sure if your registration is current, you can go on iwillvote.com and check, and it's easy to get registered, but you got to do it right now here in Florida.
All right, anything else you want to add?
No, thanks. Glad to have you be here.
Thank you. It's so nice meeting you.
Great. Nice to be with you.